We're on. Shalom, shalom, shalom. We are House of Israel. We come out every Sabbath, every Friday sundown to Saturday sundown to preach the word, to wake our people up. First, we want to give all honors to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. We want to give all honors to all the elders that's been in this truth years and years, waiting for the Messiah to come back and put his people in place. And we want to give all honors to all the elders of HOI. First, we're going to start it off with, where's my book at, man? Exodus 20 and 8. We're going to talk about the Sabbath, you know. We downtown Detroit. I haven't seen any of my people really out, so I'm amazed by that. But hopefully they are honoring the Sabbath. Hopefully, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to speak about today, the Sabbath. We are still under the commandments. We're still under a commandment of the Most High. You know, this is but he technically no. He got them handed it for the Most High. He didn't write them. They ain't his. That's why he went on the mountain. Give me what you got out.
Exodus 28. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
To do what?
Keep it holy.
That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to keep it holy. And holy means separate. You don't do it like the other days. You know, even in the scriptures, it tells you. You prepare your stuff. You get your food prepared the day before. Because like it says, on the Sabbath day, the Lord rested. Let me get Exodus 16 and 28. 26, my fault. Sure.
Exodus 16:26. 6 days ye shall gather it, but on the seventh day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none.
There you go. You got 6 days to take care of what you want to do. You got 6 days to prepare your food. You got 6 days to buy your food. The Most High is only asking you for 1 day out of the whole 7. 1 day out of the 7. And some of us can't even do that. You know, I can even understand if he say, listen, 6 days this is what y'all doing, and I'm only going to give you 1 day. You know what I mean? The Most High is asking you for 1 day for worship. 1 day to honor him. That's all he asking for our people. It ain't that hard. It ain't that difficult. You know what I mean? It's really easy. Jump down to... No. Let's go to... You still where you at? Go to Exodus 20 and 10.
Exodus 20 and 10.
And you give me Exodus 31 and 14. Go ahead, take your time, Mark. I'll speak till you get there. Like I say, it's not that hard. You know, in your churches, even your job gives you technically 2 days off. You know what I mean? But this 1 day off is for the Most High to praise him, because a lot of us don't know. Your body ain't yours. It don't belong to you. It's a loaner. Give me what you got out.
Exodus 20:10. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord.
It's the what?
It's the Sabbath of the Lord.
It's to do what you want to do.
The Sabbath of the Lord.
Go ahead.
Thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou nor the son, nor thy daughter.
Cool. No, jump to 11 now. I want 11.
11. For in the 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all in them.
I got you.
Is all in them. Is and rested the 7th day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
Now he rested on the 7th day. What makes you think you should do it? It said he blessed the 7th day. Let's go past that. He blessed the 7th day and he hallowed it. You know what I mean? So even himself, he did it on the 7th day. So it shouldn't be beyond us to do what the most, we say we God-like, correct? We say we want to walk like the Most High. If he rested, we gonna have to rest. You know what I mean? We ain't no better than him. We less than him, actually, when you think about it, because he created us. So if he say he hallowed it and he rested, matter of fact, we just read earlier, honoring the Sabbath day is a commandment. When you don't honor the Sabbath day, you're sinning. Point blank, that is a sin when you don't honor the Sabbath day. What did I have you?
Exodus 31:14.
God, give me what you got.
Exodus 31:14. Ye shall keep the Sabbath therefore, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death.
What happened if you break it?
They shall everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death.
Oh, that right there. How many times have you heard that in your church? You know what I mean? The Bible say anybody who break the Sabbath day, you surely, without a doubt, gonna be put to death. I know people, I ain't gonna die. You might not die like that, but when you go see him, you may not get that eternal life. You know what I mean? Because the Bible tell you, it's two types of deaths now. You know what I mean? So, we got people, I ain't dying. Okay. You may not eternal life, you may not get. Finish that all up.
For whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people.
That should be what?
Cut off from among his people.
See, if we was back in those times, you break the Sabbath, you have to pay for that. They cut you out. What did they say? They kick you out the village. You go on your own now. So in today's time, like America, of course, America wants you to see it. Like I always tell somebody, we don't think about it. Why do they have to pay everybody on Friday? Why is it not Monday, not Tuesday? Why does it have to be certain checks? You can get different days out the week. Isn't it funny that everybody has to be paid on Friday? And what happens on Fridays? Murder, drunk, all that. All those on Friday. Why? Why can't it be Monday? You know what I'm saying? What is so special about Friday? It leads into that weekend. That's right. Friday and Saturday into all that sin. That's why they do that. And they know what you're going to do on Friday when you get your check. You're going to go to the liquor store. You're going to go buy your other paraphernalia. You know what I'm saying? Friday is that day just to let loose. And that's what we do as a people. For some reason, we let loose. Finish that up. Go ahead, up.
What's that saying, guy? What's the one saying he was saying? Thank God it's Friday.
There you go. There you go. Hey, say thank God it's Friday, but he say that's the Sabbath day. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how that tied in. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Go ahead, up.
Verse 15. 6 days may work be done, but in the seventh is the Sabbath of rest.
Of what?
Sabbath of rest. Holy to the Lord.
Holy to who?
Holy to the Lord.
No, to America.
To the Lord.
To USA.
To the Lord.
Can you finish it out?
Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death.
There it go again. That's the second time it just said that. You know what I'm saying? What they say, what they tell you in school, when you hear something repeatedly, you got to take a note to it. You're supposed to pay attention to that. It then told you, surely you should be put to death. You know what I'm saying? And it may not be a physical death, but let's go back to what I said. When do the most murders happen? Friday and Saturday. When do drunk driving mostly accidents happen? Friday and Saturday. You breaking that Sabbath day. You know what I mean? You sinning. And the Lord knows all this. You know what I mean? Go ahead, finish that out up.
Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations.
No, just the Old Testament.
Throughout their generations.
Just a short time.
Throughout their generations.
It's going away.
Throughout their generations.
Now here go the key part right here. Say this part.
For a perpetual covenant.
That means it don't never stop. It say throughout your generations for a perpetual covenant. I know some people say, oh, that's the Old Testament. It just said perpetual. That means continuous. It does not stop. You cannot break the Sabbath. I don't care what your preacher tell you. And if he says it, tell him to show it to you in the scriptures where God said it's okay to break it. He ain't going to be able to find it because it ain't in there. Go ahead, Up.
I was just saying, Flucky, what is that? If you love God, you do what?
Keep his commandments.
Where'd you get that, Judah? What's that? 1 John.
Go ahead. You get a chance. Let me get Leviticus 16 and 31. There's something else I had. Let me see what's that.
First John 2:4. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him.
And the truth is not what?
It's not in him.
There you go. God said, if you don't keep those commandments, the truth ain't in you. Give me what you got, Op.
Leviticus 16. 33.
God.
Leviticus 16:33.
31, my fault.
Leviticus 16:31. It shall be a Sabbath of rest unto you, and you shall afflict your souls by a statute forever.
God, there you go, forever again. It's saying afflict your soul. It's like a replenishing thing. You should feel good because guess why? You honoring the Most High. When you honor the Sabbath, you honoring the Most High. When you honor the Sabbath, you honoring the Creator. And that's your whole purpose. You know, what's that? The whole duty of man is to honor God. That's your whole duty. You know what I mean? Where is that at? The whole duty, man.
That's Ecclesiastes 12:13.
Con. You got that up?
Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
That's the bottom line. Finish it.
Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
That's your whole purpose of life. Your whole purpose ain't to make money. Your whole purpose ain't to get rich. God say your whole purpose as he created you is to follow his laws and to do what he told you to do. That's the bottom line. It don't get no clearer than that. And that's what we out here trying to tell our people constantly. That is what you're supposed to do, because these times it's the end is near. Like we and the brothers just said, it's almost June 1st. It's ice cold out here. What that tell you? You know what I'm saying? It's almost June and it's cold out here. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be at least 70 degrees, at least close to 80 out here. It's cold out here. You know what I'm saying? You can see the smoke coming out the what you call them. That lets you know it's cold out here. That lets you know we in these end times. These end times is near. Let's go to Deuteronomy 5:12.
Deuteronomy 5:12. Keep the Sabbath day to sanctify it.
To do what?
To sanctify it.
Come.
As the Lord thy God hath commanded thee.
Let me get Nehemiah 13:15. No, jump to 17. Dayada. We're going to go all the way to 19.
Say 16 and what?
Nehemiah 13 and 17.
Nehemiah 13 and 17. Then I contended with the nobles of Judah and said unto them, what evil thing is this that you do and profane the Sabbath day?
This is the prophet Nehemiah. He coming to his people saying, you know, it's an evil thing what y'all doing breaking the Sabbath day. He telling them it's evil. You know what I mean? Y'all breaking the Sabbath. It's profane and you breaking the Sabbath day. That's an evil act. Finish it out, right?
Did not your fathers thus, and did not our God bring all this evil upon us? Right
there. He telling them, look what God the Most High did. All this wrath for breaking the Sabbath. And if you know, like I say, we ain't go. What is Deuteronomy 28:68? We in bondage because we don't follow the commandments. We in bondage because we broke the Sabbath. Finish that up.
God bring all this evil upon us and upon this city. Yet you bring more wrath upon Israel by profaning the Sabbath.
And that's what we telling our people. In order for us to get out of that, we got to start somewhere. You got to start by keeping the Sabbath holy. If not, you keeping us in sin. We staying in sin. We trying to get up out of here. I know some of y'all okay being on the bottom. We ain't. Because God say this whole earth belongs to us. It's time for that flip to happen. And that flip ain't going to never happen if y'all keep breaking these commandments. Finish that out, Art.
I just missed it.
Don't worry about it.
I got it. 13:18, right?
God. Find out where it says the world belong to us.
Did not your fathers thus, and did not our God bring all this evil upon us?
Bring it.
And upon this city? Yet you bring more wrath upon Israel by profaning the Sabbath.
Damn.
And it came to pass.
No, stop. How did we get in these situations? Not just the Sabbath, eating pork, not doing things on the, not just being holy, This is what Nehemiah is telling them. You bringing wrath. The situation we in is because of us not being holy. That is wrath. Finish that out, right?
Nehemiah was a beast.
Conway, it get deeper than what he say, what he do.
Nehemiah 19. And it came to pass that when the gate of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Sabbath, I commanded that the gates should be shut, and charged that they should not be opened to after the Sabbath. And some of my servants sat at the gate, that there should no burden be brought on the Sabbath day.
Right there. Go to 21. Let me say something. Then after that, I want your part. He telling the people, don't go. The doors to our kingdom, to our city, gonna be closed, because guess what they were doing? They were buying on the Sabbath. Merchants was coming to the gates, still selling. Even though the gates was closed, they still was coming. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see what Nehemiah say about this. But here go the part where we said, this is what God says for us. Give me what you got up.
2nd Esdras 6:55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
No, he just made it for everybody else.
Thou madest the world for our sakes.
God said he made the world for our sakes. This is our world. But what happens when you don't do what your father tells you to do? He ain't going to give you that PlayStation. He ain't going to give you that car. He ain't going to give you that allowance. It's the same thing happening here. Until we do what the father say, he ain't going to hand the whole world over to us. Point blank. We got to do what he say. And if we don't do what he say, we're going to stay on this punishment. We're going to stay in this captivity. We're going to stay with people, with Esau, with us, basically the whole nation's with the foot on our neck. In order for us to get out of here, we said time, we have to follow and keep those commandments. It's no way to get around it. But let's see what Nehemiah say when everybody came back to those gates. Give me what you got up.
I will lay 21. Then I testify against them and said unto them, why lodge you about the wall?
Okay, now he telling the merchants, I told you one time before, stop coming here selling to my people. Finish it out.
If you do so again, I will lay hands upon you.
What Nehemiah say?
I will lay hands upon you.
Hey, see, y'all think lay hands is something new. Nehemiah been saying that. He telling those other merchants, I tell you what, you come back tomorrow, I'm going to put some hands on you. You know what I'm saying? That's how he held the Sabbath down. He was willing to put his hands on somebody, because you're trying to keep my people in sin. So I tell you what, I don't want to be in this sin no more. Come back tomorrow, it's me and you.
Square up.
You know what I'm saying? It's me and you. Since you want to keep us in sin, it's me and you. Finish that out, right?
From that time forth came they no more on the Sabbath.
What the other nations do?
They no more on the Sabbath.
Hey, after he made that threat, wasn't no more coming back. See, in those times, how they say, people stood on business. And I ain't going to say that. We say it as pleasant as we can to our people. You know what I mean? But in those times, if you didn't do what he said, he put his hands on you. There wasn't no getting around that. Because he gonna have to do what he have to do instead of being in punishment with the Most High. So it's basically what they call a tipping scale. Which one? He say, which one do I want? Do I want to stay here in captivity, or do I want to put my hands on you to get out of captivity? It's an easy choice. It's an easy choice for everybody. You know what I mean? Let me see where else I want. Let's go to Isaiah 56:2.
Isaiah 56:2. Blessed is the man that doeth this, and the son of man that layeth hold on it, that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it, and keepeth his hand from doing any evil.
There you go. Blessed is the man that don't pollute the Sabbath day. Blessed is the man that don't cook on the Sabbath day. Blessed is the man that don't work on the Sabbath day. This is what the scripture's telling us. Point blank, plain and simple. That's how important the Sabbath is to God. It's so important, like I say, he even rested. And that's what we got to start doing. That's how we got to start thinking. You know what I mean? But my time is up. You know what I mean? I'm going to pass it to the next powerful speaker. Call him out, Charlotte.
Call him out. add on what my brother was talking about the Sabbath and how we should observe the Sabbath, and how Nehemiah put hands on people.
Hold this for a second. Okay, give me Psalms 83 and 3. Oh, you want to take the phone? Is it better? Oh, you want the book? Okay. He got it.
Psalms 83 and 3.
Bring it up.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy
They have to take what?
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
You stop once. Now that's just to add on what he was saying. How they want to keep us in sin by make sure they pay us on Friday. They give us all that money. Okay, now you get paid on Friday. So what's gonna happen? Like the brother just brought out. Most crimes happen on what? Friday and Saturday. Okay, so they take what? What type of counsel?
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Okay. So they take crafty counsel to make sure we can keep these people in sin. If we keep them in sin, what's going to happen? What's going to happen if we keep these people in sin? They know if they keep us in sin, that they can overpower us. They can control us.
That's right.
Okay, so you got that one. Also, too, I want to bring this out. Everybody worried about voting and Trump and this and that. The same people, now listen to this. The same people that enslaved you, beat you, raped you, killed you, hung you, is not going to put you in a position to be equal or greater than by a vote.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay? So let's go to Proverbs 3 and 31.
Proverbs 3 and 31.
Bring it up.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy who?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy who?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
So there you go. We got to stop envying our oppressor. We've been voting for what? How many years now? What has changed? What's gotten better for us? I don't matter where you go. If you're in Detroit, you see the ghetto, that's where we at. You're in Chicago, you see the ghetto, that's where we at. Memphis in the ghetto, that's where we at.
And choose none of his ways.
None of his ways. How about some of his ways?
None of
his ways.
Just a little bit. It ain't gonna hurt nothing.
None of his ways.
Oh man, just one.
None of his ways.
So there you go. We should choose none of his ways. Like right now, it's the Sabbath. What are our people doing? They try to right now here. They're about to have a Grand Prix. Everybody about to get ready for the Grand Prix. But we're supposed to not envy our oppressor.
That's right.
Okay, I wanted to try to get, what's that? That's another one too. I think that's Judith
5.
No, was it 6:25? I thought it was.
Which one?
I thought it was. Let me see. Let me make sure. Hold tight. Give me a second. I believe that's Judith. Judith.
Arab be against their people.
Yeah.
Arab be against these
Yes. Yes. That's 5:20. Oh, well, you're right. Judith 5:20. Go ahead.
Judith 5:20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
That's right.
So what's going to be our ruins if we do what?
If we do what?
Our ruins if we what? Break the law. So going back to what we just said with that Psalms 83, they take crafty counsel. Now here it is right now. What did they say it again?
Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
That's right.
So they know, as long as we sin, they can overcome us. That's why we get paid on Friday. That's why we do all these things on the Sabbath. So, that's why they say it doesn't matter. How many days is it in the week?
7.
So we're supposed to be on the Sabbath day. Supposed to be what?
Rest.
But what did Christianity do?
Buying, selling, and trading.
Yeah. They did.
It don't matter. That's what it says.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Carry on.
Verse 21. But if there be no iniquity in their nation,
Now listen. There would be no what?
iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
Now listen to that. So now, if we follow the commandments, our God gonna fight for us. He's gonna fight. Everybody know about King David when he was young and he killed Goliath, right?
Time.
It wasn't just him and his skillfulness with the slingshot. The Most High was with him. That's what it was. So we follow the commandments. What's gonna happen?
And we become a reproach before all the world.
No, it's going back to what we're saying. If we do follow.
Oh, we do follow?
Yeah. What happens when we do follow our commandments? They know it. Was that 21, wasn't it?
That was 21 right there. The end of the week become reproach with all the world.
Oh, okay. What is the one to say? But if we do follow his commandments. Now, therefore, my Lord and governor, if they go back to 20.
Okay.
What is it, 20?
Yeah, error against thy people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
So they know, and this go hand in hand. Like I said, the apocrypha don't go along with the rest of the scriptures. We can go right now to what? Deuteronomy, what's that, 28:15? Yeah. So they go hand in hand. And so our enemy knows. Let's keep them down. Let's have the women all here doing all type of stuff. Had a guy doing all type of stuff, getting drunk on the Sabbath day. They know these things. So what they do, let's keep these people oppressed. The way to keep them oppressed, to keep them in sin, right? So that's what they want to do. So we could do the comparisons between Apocrypha. We can do, we're going right now into, what's this, Deuteronomy 28:15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. And it reads, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the Lord, unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So now, same thing if we just reading. And Jude, same thing. If we don't listen, these curses going to be put upon us. And our enemy knows this.
That's right.
So our enemy knows this, so they want to do what? They want to keep us in sin. So what we have to do is observe the Sabbath and keep it holy. Follow the commandments. Okay? Follow the commandments of the Most High. That's the most important thing that we must do. To get out of this position that we're in. From being at the bottom. To come back up at the top. The only way we're going to do that is following these commandments and doing what the Most High wants us to do. Not what we want us to do. Somebody give me Jeremiah 17:9. Let's not like do what we want to do. Oh man, I don't care. It's the All right, go ahead, break it down.
Book of Precept, Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathens.
Learn not what?
Learn not the way of the heathens.
Learn not what?
Learn not the way of the heathens. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
God, that was a good one to bring out. That was a good one. So do not be dismayed when you see certain things. Like we know, if we see the chariot, we like, okay, that's a chariot. But the heathens, they are amazed. You know, we understand these things. And we know not to follow them. Do not follow our oppressors.
Right.
How you going to listen to the same people that enslave you? How you going to listen to the same people? We go back to that Deuteronomy 28. We go to 68. Okay? To let you know who your enemy is. And, you know, this is a common one that most brothers use. But we know that if we bring this out, we bring this out to let you know who your enemies are.
And let them know.
Okay. You got it? 28:68.
28:68?
Yeah.
What's that, Jeremiah?
No, Deuteronomy.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, Egypt is synonymous with slavery. All right, go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
That's right.
And there ye shall be sold to your enemies.
Wait, sold to your friends?
To your enemies.
Told to the people that love you?
To your enemies.
The nice white man that just cares so much about you?
To your enemies.
So there we go. Be sold to your enemies. Carry on.
For bond men and bond women, and no man shall buy you.
Now, what group of people that happened to? I'll wait. We already know what group of people that happened to. So, and how they keep us in this situation, keep us down, keep us at the bottom, by keeping us in sin. By not going by the commandments of the Most High. So we know these things, and this is how our oppressors keep us oppressed. By keeping us in sin. Because he knows, once we follow these commandments, oh boy, it's over there.
That's right.
It's over there. So I just wanted to bring that out, since we brought out what's going to happen if you don't follow the commandments in the Sabbath day, how we should follow the commandments of the Sabbath day by keeping it holy.
Right.
And holy means what again? Separate. So we want to keep ourselves separate from the world and do not follow what our oppressors do. Okay? I'm Dawada, HOI. Comsharella.
Yes. Okay, you got me. I got you. I got you on this one. This ain't no joke. Good. Shalom.
Shalom.
HOI Detroit, House of Israel. Give our honor to our elders. Give our praise to Yahweh. Give our glory to Yahweh Shai. Let me get Psalms 23. Give me Psalms 91. Yep, Psalms 23 and then 91. I can't bend down. Back hurt. Yeah, we're gonna go with one. So what what I want to say is that.
Psalm 91.
Yeah, and so what happens is that when you keep the commandments, right? One thing about our enemy, what they're supposed to know, is that the Israelites that's keeping the commandments is not the one to mess with. You get what I'm saying? You can do all of them to think they're African Americans. You can do all that, right? Because they're not in God's settings. And once they wake up and start keeping the commandments, and you continue to treat them like an African American, you will pay with cancer or any other way down for your children and everything, and he will deal with you quickly. You get what I'm saying? And so that word need to go out. You ready? Yeah. 91? Let me get 91 first.
You said 90. You go 91?
Yeah.
Psalm 91 where?
Psalms 91, start with 1.
The book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 1.
Bring it out.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Right, and so where's the secret place of the Most High? Is in the scriptures. Right? And so when you in the scriptures, right, you in the secret, safe place. Right? Read that one. Give me one. Start with
Psalms 23 and 1.
Okay, before you hit that, after the secret place, what was next?
I will say of the Lord.
No, just stay with 1.
Oh, it's a lot.
At the secret place.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
So now, when you're in the secret place, what's going on with the shadow of the Almighty? Read that.
Psalms 23 and 1. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Right, and by him being your shepherd, that puts you in the shadows.
That's right.
Because a wolf can't get you. Why? Because he's your shepherd. And so if he's your shepherd, he's in the shadow. Continue on. We're going to rock both of this.
Verse 2. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress.
Right there. And so he is my refuge, right? And so if I'm not keeping the commandments and the wolf is after me, right? And by the time he try to catch up with me, I'm already keeping the commandments. Read that. Keep going.
Verse 2. He maketh me to lie down in the green pastures.
Right. And so when you keep the commandments with the Lord, the green pastures is peace. Read that over again. What's that, 2?
Yep. Verse 2. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress.
Okay, so my refuge and my fortress is my green pastures. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You get it?
Yep.
Okay, so these two scriptures are rocking together.
Come.
My refuge and my fortress, right? And then my green pastures.
Put that on,
You see what I'm saying?
I want to bring out a definition of that refuge.
Okay.
The definition of refuge: a condition of being safe
Come.
or shelter from danger,
Come.
trouble, or pursuit.
Come. Trouble or pursuit. That's why I say if a wolf is chasing me, he's in pursuit of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in trouble.
Huh.
You see what I'm saying? And how am I safe in this green pastures?
Yep. And that
You know what I'm
fortress.
saying? And so when the enemy, you know what I'm saying, come to attack your money, he come to attack your spirit, he come to attack your identity. He want everything that God given you.
Huh.
And matter of fact, he want everything about God. He wants to be God. You see what I'm saying?
Huh.
He wants to be God. He wants you to worship him when you're supposed to worship God. And he wants your identity to show that God loves him more than he loves you. Right? And so they're so disgusting that they can't be themselves. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yes. My God, in Him will I trust.
Right. And no matter what I say, the point is that my God, in him would I trust. I don't care how many black folks that you did wrong. You better make sure that the one that really trusts in God, you can't touch him. Because the day you think about it, you will get nightmares. You see what I'm saying? You will get warnings. Because God can put a spirit on a person and he'll do whatever he got to do.
That's right.
To put the message out there. Because right now, those who are waking up are putting messages out there.
Bring it out.
By any means and any necessary. And when a person up in age, he don't really care about living much. He only, I got 20 more years. I want to go out like a gangster for the Lord. Do you see what I'm saying? So you can't tell me how I want to die. I might want to die. I might want to die pleasing him.
That's right.
That's up to me. You dig what I'm saying? So you be careful who you work with for those who got their mindset with the Lord. Right?
That's right.
Keep going with that one. Your turn.
He leadeth me beside the still waters.
Okay, now the still waters. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how you got to dissect the word. So when he leaded you beside the still waters, who did he lead in the tribe of Israel through the still waters? Give me second Esdras 13:42. Okay, and so you got the still waters, right? Mm-hmm. Now, this is how you know the Indians, right? Gad, which was part of the 12 tribes, he lived the still waters, right? So this same still waters that apply to us, we know that one of our tribe members visit these still waters and how comfortable it was to make it to the other place, and it took a day and a half. Keep going. Can read that.
The book of Second Esdras, chapter 13.
13:42. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
That they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Okay, and so when Gad, the Indians, was with the 12 tribes, right? He wanted to break off because he couldn't keep the statutes with us, right? Mm-hmm. So we got the Mexicans, they doing their thing, and they're throwing Gad off. You know, the Mexicans are dealing with the other nations. Gad trying to keep the commandments. So Gad said, you know what? I'm out this. I'm about to break away from the 12, right? And this is the Indians. Keep going.
Right. And they enter into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river.
Right. And so Euphrates is the river where they entered by the boats. So Gad packed up and let's get ghosts. Keep going.
For the Most High did show signs for them, and held still the flood.
Right there. And so the Lord held still these wild waters. Right? And so read that again.
He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters.
And so that's how you know the waters were still. right?
That's right.
And how we know the waters are still only for the 12 tribes of Israel.
Con.
You see what I'm saying?
Ah,
Okay, so now you see how Gad moved to get all the way over here. Keep going on that a little bit.
right. For the Most High did show signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For though that country there was a great way to go, namely a year and a half.
And so it took Gad a year and a half from Israel to get all the way to America. And the Lord kept the water still.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And so now you know the Indians is over here. And they was here first. Right? And so if they was here first, we was here first. Right? Because we are them. Right? That's a family. Right? And so you want to split the family up, say I want this family to leave and go to Mexico. Right? And guess who's splitting the family up? The wicked.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Divide and conquer. Let's get back to where we started off. Psalms 91.
Still there.
Okay, hit me with something.
All right.
And go to the next verse.
Verse 3. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler,
Right.
and from the noisome pestilence.
Right, and so the snare of the fowls is like a bird, right? You set up traps, right? And so he gonna deliver you from traps. And see, this is the part that you don't even see, because a lot of traps we already been delivered from and never knew there was a trap.
That's right.
You ever roll and then be like, damn, I'm already doing the right speed limit, and I didn't see the police out there waiting on them. You know what I'm saying? But he already had you for a trap, right? Because you changing the radio, you slowing down. You see what I'm saying? You scrolling, and so now you're able to by the track, right? But that's keeping your mind stayed on him, on every trap. Why? Because they try to trap us daily. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And see, when you talking about the fowls of the air of the trap, and one trap is that while we're asleep, they're thinking on how to keep us down and how to destroy us, right? That's the trap. The trap is while I'm asleep, somebody thinking on my downfall. That's the trap, right? But what he say? He gonna deliver us from all these traps. You see what I'm saying? Stand up tall. Keep going with that. You go next.
Verse 3. He restoreth my soul.
Okay, and so if he delivered me from a trap, then my soul is restored, right? Because the trap that he delivered me from got me out of wickedness, right? And so I'm restored from wicked, from African American to Israelite. I'm restored. They entrapped me, right? With Psalms 83, they came against me, right? Right? All nations came against us, and so the name of Israel would be no more in remembrance. Okay, that was true, right? And that was a trap. But now, out of all these millions of dollars and these traps y'all had out, we still woke up.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Out of all you while we was African Americans, you had somebody that we can look at as Jews, and we still found out.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And that was a trap, right? And so, how you want to suspect the ones that's not a Jew, and the ones that's not a Jew don't respect the ones that is a Jew? Do you see what I'm saying?
Make it make sense.
Keep going. Give me something.
He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake.
And that's how I got led into the path of righteousness. You see what I'm saying? When I wake up and know that I'm an Israelite, right, and know there's the Bible from beginning to end always belonged to me and my forefathers. You see what I'm saying? They stole my letter, they stole my check, and matter of fact, they not only identity theft, they cashed this check.
That's right.
They cashed this check among themselves. You see what I'm saying? With my name on it. You dig? Keep going.
Verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Now, among the wicked, we are walking through the valley of the shadows of death.
That's right.
Because you can't get no wicked in this. You can't get no wicked in a black woman is with an Edomite. That's wicked. And vice versa. That's wicked. You can't get no wicked in that. You can't get no wicked where they plant drugs. They tapping with the music. Everywhere you look, They got some weight. They got a needle for your back. A needle. You can't even do. You can't even get a decent lawsuit no more. You see what I'm saying? They already got the lawsuit. A lot of black folks gonna go through the lawsuit game, and here's the needles waiting on them. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna break them in, shoot them with the bone. You know, all that's set up for you. There's no way you can go. They have. Matter of fact, you can't even sell a nickel bag of weed no more. You can't even ride with a 15-day sticker no more. They done locked up the whole game. They don't want you to make a nickel. If a nickel hit the ground, I want to know.
That's right.
You hear what I'm saying? Keep reading that.
For thou, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me.
And so, only way you can fear no evil, first you got to know you're Israelite. Israelite give you a certain comfort, a certain confidence. Knowing who you are, give you a certain confidence that nobody can take you away.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Or take away from you. And this confidence you can pass to your children. And they grow up with confidence. And so when other nations look at you and see this type of confidence, they know it's a God confidence. Why? Because it's unfamiliar with your kind. You see what I'm saying? This confidence you got don't belong on you. You see what I'm saying? This Rolls Royce you driving, you don't belong in it. This God you serving don't belong to you. The name you got, I'll give you my name because that don't even belong to you. You see what I'm saying? We want part of your woman. We want most of your kids. You see what I'm saying? Keep going with that.
All right. Okay. He shall cover thee with his feathers.
And that's why he covers with his feathers. You see what I'm saying? Like an eagle cover her nest. You know what I'm saying? He covered you with his feathers. And so the eagle got claws. So and on them claws, around the claws where the eagle huffs at, she covered the babies with her feathers, right? And on top of her is a face with a hard point sharp. And under the babies is claws that a lion would step back. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
And under his wings shalt thou trust.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why we have to trust. We have to trust these commandments. Because these commandments is power. Right? That belongs to only who? Only us.
That's right.
So how do we share the commandments with the other nations? We can't share the commandments with the other nations. They have to be subdued and choked into the commandments.
Bring it on.
You know what I'm saying? When you have to subdue your own and choke your own into the commandments, he almost not your own no more. He can be the 2/3. And so and so to have the commandments and lightly perform them, it is an assurance that your Father belongs to you in every step and every manner, right? Now you go ahead.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Okay, and so if the winds comfort you, right? Guess what comes after that? A rod and a staff.
That's right.
What's the staff for? The staff for doing miracles, right? Like Moses did. Our cracker crack upside the head, right? With the staff. You can do that, right? Cracker.
Cracker.
Right? Right. And then what else?
Like that.
What else? The staff and
thy rod.
That rod. When Mama said, go get that rod. Back in the days, when you're in the countries, go get that switch.
Yep.
That rod is the whip, right? But it's not. But you're not the one getting the whip because it's comforting you from the wicked. You see what I'm saying? Keep going. Oh, hold up. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies.
Now let me tell you something. He prepared a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Our enemies gonna see us get blessed. You know why? You know why they're our enemies? Because they don't want to see us get blessed.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? They want to change everything about God, right? And so once we start to realize that the devil got children on this planet too, then we'll start to understand and see better. I'm keeping the commandments. I can see the devil children's. I can see those who are tricked. Right? I can go to a person and know he's not going to say he's Israelite just by the things he's doing. And so when you're that predictable, Now you know why the wicked predicts you. You see what I'm saying? Because a person stand out. You can see things. Continue on with that.
All right. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Right. And so what is a buckler? A buckler is a small shield. Right? And that's supposed to handle like things behind you. The big shield is handling things in front of you. You take your rib, your back, neck, boom. But the big shield is for big spears.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. But the other one is not for big spears. It's for swords, right? But you got both of them protecting you.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And so what act like a shield and a buckler? The commandments. How do the commandments act like a shield and a buckler? Because when you do them, they bless you. They ward off the wicked. You see what I'm saying? When you know you kept the commandments, you drive different.
That's right.
You look different. You smell different. You act different.
That's right.
You hear what I'm saying? And so they got to approach you in a spiritual way. Right? Keep going.
Yeah. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night.
And so we can't be afraid of the terror by night. Right? And what else?
Nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
And so the arrow that fly by day. So in the daytime, you get a lot of most of the shooting is during the day. You get a couple nighttime shooting, but during the day, there's a lot of killing on the weekend. Why? They breaking the Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? And so you got the swords and the spears is the bullets, right? And the hard weapons that are out to destroy us. And so how do we handle it? Read that.
Thou anointest my head with oil.
Because we stay anointed. We pray every day. We pray before we leave the house. We stay anointed up.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And so when you're anointed up, you're ahead of the game.
Bring it out.
Because you know how many thousands of people that don't pray before they leave the house? You know how many thousands of people that do not think about God at no time of the day? You see what I'm saying? And so they have become their own God. And they gave the white man the ultimate, the Messiah role.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The white man is their Messiah role.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what you can't do. There's only one God, one Messiah.
That's right.
Keep going.
My cup runneth over.
Okay, and so my cup runneth over. Why? Because I'm anointed up. And so what is a cup? Cup is a blessing.
Yeah.
Right? Keep going.
God, verse 6. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
Right.
And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
And that means even while I'm here, I will experience some dwelling of the Lord on this side. I will experience some blessings on this side. Let's pick it up.
Yeah. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness.
And so what's pestilence? How many of us survived Corona? That was pestilence. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The survival of Corona was pestilence. But it sounds good when you say the disease did it. No, the survival of the white man tactics, which called Corona, we survived that. That's how you really say it. You see what I'm saying? Because they created it and they put it out and they killed millions. Right? And so who created it? White man. Who got something to do with it? Chinese man. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Who came and distributed both activities. Right? And they call it Corona. They blanketed it with the name Corona, which what? Moved them out the way from the identity. I'll put them right back in the way and say them two did it, and they called it Corona. Mm-hmm. And so when you look and you lost somebody in Corona, you have to realize that no, I didn't lose nobody due to disease. It was killed by these nations of people, right? And guess what? The doctors got hired to murder people. Everybody died of Corona the last 2 years. Even if a gunshot wound, that was Corona. Yeah. Even if a car accident, that was Corona. Yeah. Even if you was breathing, he smothered you, and that was Corona. Right. Keep going.
1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
Right. And so 1,000 gonna fall outside, 10,000 on the right hand, but it should not come nigh thee.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we're gonna be able to see in our days the 1,000 that fall on one side, 10,000 on the other side, and guess what they're gonna see? They're gonna see our deliverance, and they're gonna know that the Lord has chosen us in this day and age of victory, because we are the true Israelites.
That's right.
Who got next?
We got next.
Who got next?
We got next.
For how long?
Yeah.
For how long?
Yeah.
What we gonna do?
Take the king.
What we gonna do?
Take the king.
When? When?
Now.
How?
Hashem Mashiach Yahushua.
How?
Hashem Mashiach Yahushua.
Damn it! How?
Hashem Mashiach Yahushua.
Come, Mr. Come.
Take this picture real quick.
Yeah. You got a drink we can take?
Yeah, I got
Oh, you got a drink? We gotta hurry up and take this picture then.